AI is about to change game development in a really obvious way and in a really sneaky way. The obvious one is speed, the sneaky one is taste. Let me explain. First, art. Iterations are about to go into overdrive. What used to take a day of thumbnailing can take an hour. You can explore 10 visual directions before lunch. Lighting variations, costume passes, biome mood boards, logo explorations. Then lock the one that actually fits the game. That doesn't mean no artists, it means the role shifts. The value moves from I can paint fast to I can define a world. Style, taste, and consistency become the superpowers. If you're a concept artist right now, don't panic, pivot. Think concept designer plus art director. Your job is to set the visual grammar, the shapes, the materials, the color language, the rules for what belongs and what doesn't. Use AI to explode the option space, then curate it ruthlessly. The person who writes the style bible and can enforce it across characters, UI, environments, and VFX. That person becomes irreplaceable. AI will happily give you 1,000 cool images. A great artist is the one who says, 980 of these break our rules. These 20 belong to our game. Second, coding. Will AI write all the code? Eventually it'll get much better, but right now game programming is where these tools struggle most. On small scripts and utilities, great. On well-known web stacks, amazing. On a large, messy, cross-platform codebase with custom engine bits, finicky build systems, and 100 edge cases living in content, the wheels come off fast. Today, these tools hallucinate engine APIs, miss memory and performance constraints, and suggest patterns that look elegant but explode inside a frame budget. Here's how I use it. I only use AI as a pull request reviewer. It's a second pair of eyes that flags obvious bugs, unsafe APIs, missing null checks, thread safety smells, accidental allocations, and spots where naming or function size hurts readability. I treat every suggestion as a comment, not a patch. I still profile, I still run the tests, and I still make the design calls. On hot paths, jobs, burst, GC pressure, platform quirks, I mostly ignore it or ask it to justify changes with numbers because it doesn't have project-wide context. As a nitpicker and regression detector, it's great. As a lead engineer, it isn't. Now, back to art and why AI replaces artists misses the point. Games are coherent experiences. It's not enough to make a pretty frame, it has to be the same world across every frame. Someone has to set the tone and hold the line. That's art direction. That's taste. That's the difference between neat and shippable. The closer you get to production, the more you need a person who can say, this is our silhouette language, this is our material response, this is our UI spacing, this is how our world breathes. AI can't own that responsibility, it can only propose options. The artist decides, copywriting is the category that's going to get hammered. Commodity copy, store descriptions, patch notes, basic tooltips, blog posts, email subject lines, AI can crank those out all day at a very passable level. If your job is pure word generation without strategy, voice, or insight, the race to the bottom already started. But words still matter. The value shifts up the stack. The winners will be people who define voice and narrative intent, who can say, our pitch is this, our player promise is this, our tone is this, and then use AI to generate 50 variants and pick the 2 that actually convert. The editor, the strategist, the narrative lead who understands what the words are for, that person still wins. So what does this look like day to day on a team? Pre-production speeds up. You'll do style exploration with AI, pick a lane, and lock constraints sooner. Designers can mock up UI or level beats with AI-assisted tools, then hand a clearer brief to artists and engineers. Programmers will remove grunt work with automation tests, glue code, data transforms, so they can spend focus on architecture, performance, and the hard edges where quality lives. Production gets more iterative because the cost per experiment drops, which makes taste even more important. If you can try 10 options this week, which 3 are actually worth finishing, the bottleneck moves from creation to decision making. Leadership changes shape. Art direction becomes a critical skill, not a nice to have. Tech leads become curators of patterns and constraints. We code this way, we profile this way, we review this way. Producers prioritize experiments and protect time for judgment. Your best teammates won't just do the work, they'll frame problems so AI can help, and then filter the results so the team doesn't drown in options. If you want concrete moves right now as an artist, build a style library and a reference bible, document your shape, grammar, materials, palette, and lighting rules, use AI to widen exploration, then prune hard. Learn to kit bash AI outputs into something production ready, and be the person who can translate cool image into clean model sheet, turnarounds, and callouts. As a programmer, keep your code in smaller, testable units, invest in quick running tests and a profiler habit, and write clear doc strings so any reviewer, human or AI, can reason about intent. As a writer or marketer, own the voice, create a voice guide and a messaging map, use AI for volume and variations, and keep humans in charge of story, positioning, and the why. Measure conversion, not cleverness. Will AI replace jobs? It will replace tasks. The people who are task only will feel it first. The people who define taste, constraints, and systems will get more leverage. The shape of teams changes. Fewer pure producers of commodity assets, more editors, art directors, technical integrators, and people who can turn a messy idea into a shippable pipeline. And no AI won't solve game design. It can help simulate balance, generate variations, and even propose level layouts, but it can't guarantee fun. Fun is emergent, social, and context-heavy. You still need designers who can watch a playtest, smell where the friction is, and make the cut that hurts now but saves the game later. AI can hand you 10 new knobs, a good designer decides which one to turn. Where does this land us? Faster iteration, more experiments, more responsibility on leaders to define taste and direction. Coding assistance that's useful as a reviewer but still shaky on large engine-shaped problems. Artists who move up the value chain to world building and coherence. Copywriting that becomes strategy first, execution second. If you want to be future-proof in game dev, aim for roles that set direction and make decisions. Art direction, system design, technical architecture, pipeline engineering, narrative strategy. Learn to brief AI well, evaluate output quickly, and say no most of the time. Your unfair advantage isn't how fast you can click, AI clicks faster. Your advantage is how well you can choose. AI will change how we work, it won't change why we work. We still chase the same thing. Make something people love. The teams that win will be the ones who use AI to remove friction, not taste. Faster brushes, same vision. Fewer keystrokes, better judgment. That's the future I'm betting on.